Hi, my name is Melissa Lopez. My position is in favor of the topic El Salvador Civil War. The FMLN party arose for five political structures, gave life to this party. What they want to achieve by confronting the government army, la Fuerza Armada de El Salvador, was democratic social justice because the oligarchy was taking many lands. Other thing that the FMLN want was national self-determination for El Salvador. There were dozens of deals and it is never justified, but thanks to these attacks of the insurgent forces, peace agreements were reached. From a political point of view, the country became democratized. From the end of the Civil War until now, all the elections held in El Salvador have been carefully monitored by ONU and other organizations in order to ensure transparency of the election. The new institution created as a product of the peace agreements, like Procuraduría de los Derechos Humanos, Policía Nacional Civil, etc., guarantee the proper functioning in the political system and seek the pressure of the section of society.
Good morning, I am Evelyn Diaz, 83, and in the debate I occupy the position in favor of the civil war in El Salvador. If we see this issue political in which our country become democratized, all the elections are supervised by the UN with the object of guaranteeing transparency in them. Institutions were also created as a product of los acuerdos de paz that contributed to the proper function of the political system. Thanks to the support of UN, the government removed the death squad and the rebels destroyed the weapons.
My name is Camila Raquel Pérez Gómez. My section is A3 and my position is against the civil war.
Estamos preparados para la guerra, pero estamos también preparados para la paz.
El Salvador Peace Accord. The first negotiation between the government and the guerrillas were approachment to dialogue without obtaining real agreement that would lead to the end of the conflict. After several rounds of negotiation, the number of victims continued to grow and political. In 1989, after the United Nations intervention, negotiations began that into concrete agreement for the consensual solution to the conflict. Negotiation costumes were appointed by both parties and agenda was established to deal with the high point to be revolution. The final document of the agreement was debated in the 9 chapters that cover 5 fundamental areas. Modification of the armed forces, creation of the National Civil Police, modification to the judicial system and the defense of human rights, modification in the electoral system and adoption of measures in the economic and social fight. The El Salvador Peace Accord were a set of agreements assigned to Thursday, January 16, 1992 between the El Salvador government and the Farundo Mati from the National Liberation FMLN in Castillo de Chapultepec within 12 years of the civil war in the country.
Hello, my name is Gabriela Alballeros and I am in against of the civil war in El Salvador. After the beginning of the civil war, many important events took place in the country, events that had their consequence and that thanks to that we know the country as it is today. For example, one of the most important events was the assassination of Archbishop Oscar Arnulfo Romero in 1980. Other important events was the Mozote massacre in 1981, where more than 1,000 persons were assassinated. Alfredo Cristiani became president in 1989, the murder of the Jesuits at the UCA University in 1989. And in 1992, the peace agreements were signed in Chapultepec, Mexico. Other events very important during this civil war was the restructuring of the armed forces of El Salvador, dissolution of the National Guard, the National Police and the Treasure Police, creation of the National Civil Police, dissolution of the FMLN guerrilla, start of the FMLN as a party.